Hello, it's good to talk to you again. The last month has been dominated by the government's spending review for the next 3 years. This, of course, will affect everybody, but particularly in Wales, it will affect people in Torfaen because inevitably any cuts the government makes here will have an effect upon the Welsh budget, and the Welsh government in turn will therefore have to make cuts in local government too. So the reality is going to be rather gloomy for the next couple of years. We will see cuts in our essential services. It'll be a hard time for our local councillors and our assembly members and MPs, but we'll have to try and protect our basic services as best we can. That, of course, is coupled with the changes to the welfare system, which certainly in Torfaen will have a very devastating effect on certain families, particularly those who are affected by the so-called bedroom tax. It won't be easy, but I know that people in Torfaen will understand why this has happened, and that the council and the Welsh government will do all in its power to protect the most vulnerable in our society. I've also been working on a very interesting project for the Welsh government called the Oxbridge ambassadorial role. That means trying to get more students from Wales into the universities of Oxford and Cambridge. The Welsh Government has been very supportive on this issue, and I've travelled to both universities and of course in Wales itself to see whether we can improve access to two of our very finest universities in the world from Wales, because over the last number of years numbers have fallen quite dramatically. I hope to have a report ready in about a year's time, but some very interesting ideas are already coming forward. Something else that's engaged me over the last couple of weeks is kinship care and the role of grandparents in bringing up their grandchildren, sometimes having to bring them up completely on their own because of problems with abuse or neglect or whatever. And kinship care here in Parliament was launched a week or two ago, and we heard some very harrowing stories about how grandparents have to, in their later years, have to look after their grandchildren, sometimes their great-grandchildren, to help them out. The work grandparents do, not just in looking after children who've been neglected, but generally for their grandchildren, actually saves the government millions of pounds a year, and they play a very important role in ensuring that our society is stable. More locally, I visited Burton's Biscuits a couple of weeks ago when a very large extension was granted to that factory so that the 800 people who work there can find their job safeguarded, and that Burton's Biscuits can still produce some of the finest products, such as wagon wheels, that we've known for many years. Finally, on Saturday of last week, I visited the Blaenavon World Heritage Day. It was a great sunny day, and 1,000 or 2,000 people perhaps came out in the streets to celebrate the fact that Blaenavon has World Heritage status and is still one of the finest historical attractions, not just in Wales, but in the whole of the United Kingdom. Thank you very much.